Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You got your boys here, Lanny and Bert, the Dividend Diplomats. We're going to take a completely different kind of story today. Today, we're going to share 4 stories that I missed over the last week that may impact your portfolio. Each one of them are big stocks, big companies, some dividend stocks, some major stocks, making potential merger news that could send your share prices soaring.
Smash that subscribe button, guys. Give us a thumbs up. 20,000 subscribers are right around the corner for your favorite dividend investors, guys. We've been going at it for 10 and a half years, over 4.5 years here on YouTube, guys. And we can't wait to get to 20,000 subscribers. Big merger news headlining this past week. We're going to cover each one of the 4 and to see if there's an impact to your portfolio, our portfolio, and our take on each piece.
That's right. Number 1 is a dividend stock that Lanny and I both own that we were just talking about how this one might be on our list of stocks to exit in the near term. We're talking Kraft-Heinz, ticker symbol KHC. It's been a long journey for us with Kraft. We bought them a long time ago. Buffett, 3G Capital invested. Buffett left. It just hasn't worked out the way it has. The company was supposed to have all these synergies in the world, expand their portfolio, and instead, what happened, instead of becoming that powerhouse that Buffett wanted them to be, they became an overburdened debt company, and they are just kind of stuck in neutral now. What's a natural progression here, Lanny? Starts after you.
I was just saying, I think we owned Kraft before the 3G Capital merged with Heinz.
We did.
So we were there beforehand, just an FYI.
Yeah, that's a good point. So naturally, when companies are stuck in neutral, they have a lot of debt. They start looking, especially these massive ones, to sell off bits and
What
pieces.
can we sell, baby? What can we put on the chopping block, just like how we put stocks on our chopping block?
Yeah, so Kraft announced that they are putting Oscar-Meyer on the chopping block. Back in May, it was disclosed in the Wall Street Journal that they could get $3 to $5 billion for this unit. So a pretty nice chunk of change can go down to paying some debt, helping fix the company. 2 interested buyers were recently reported, JBS, a Brazilian meat packer, and Sigma, Toast down in Mexico. Both companies are interested in the Oscar-Meyer business. It was reported in this news article it could fetch nearly $3 billion. So on the low end of that Wall Street Journal range back in May. What are your initial thoughts here, Lanny?
I mean, Oscar-Meyer, obviously the nutritionish, trends that are happening right now. I know, Oscar-Meyer probably isn't of the healthiest type for, kids and families. So we'll have to see here, though. I mean, big brand, the Oscar-Meyer wiener. I think kids used to be able to try to audition to get on the Oscar-Meyer wiener commercials. The mascot. I mean, it's
the mobile that rolls around.
Yeah. So, we'll see. Does this change my perspective on buying or selling Kraft? No, still looking to have this one on the chopping block at the right price if I have the right stock to go right into after a potential sale. Again, it's kind of been a dud for all these years that we've held.
Yeah, and if anything, this might help our case to potentially sell them, Lanny, because if the deal is right and the market likes the deal, could see a little pop in Kraft's stock price and could give us a faster way to exit this portfolio.
Yeah, I mean, KraftHeinz stock price, it's up 22% in the last 5 years, down 9% this year. It's lost pretty much most of its value though since they've been public.
The merger hasn't worked out. This is one where 2 companies combined together with Kraft and Heinz did not work out, and unfortunately, they all aren't gems.
Just a bit outside. All right, so that's first one. Now, Bert, we got a second big one. This obviously impacts our portfolio a little bit here as well.
Smuckers is selling Voortman cookies to Second Nature brand. So they're shedding some of their consumer brand, some of their consumer staple snack business to a luxury brand that where Voortman fits better with Second Nature brands. Can't corroborate this. I've never had Voortman cookies. I'm trusting them on this. Second Nature brands cut Smuckers a $305 million check to do it. So interesting. They said, look, Voortman has about $150 million in annual sales. So this one's a little over 2 times annual sales for Smuckers. They get the cash now. They can put it to work, integrating that Hostess acquisition and shifting their snack business from luxury cookies into unhealthy luxury snacks.
Yeah, and second nature brands, you may not have recognized them, but they have the purple trail mix bag called
Yeah.
Cars. It's the number one branded trail mix. We
Okay.
have them at our office. I'm pretty sure I was at my mom's house yesterday. I saw a massive bag of that.
Okay.
They have the brownie, those brittle,
Mm,
cookies, the brittle brand. They have the Sahale snack brand,
okay.
so go ahead.
No, I was say so they have some good brands, and it sounds as if Smuckers had a luxury snack, this seems like a natural fit for them to go to, where it could be better off in a better home.
Right, right. So it doesn't seem like for a 300 million all cash transaction seems like that. I wonder what the intent is there. Obviously, trying to find the most efficient, optimized brand portfolio, but I wonder what their proceeds are going to be used for. Could
Yeah.
it be to pay down some debt? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, who knows? But hey, focus on what you need to do. Slim down, focus. It's an interesting route for Smuckers. Not going to complain because they got 2 years worth of sales right up front right now. Number three, this
Now,
doesn't.
we have to rewind here. I mean, again, it was Smuckers who sold off the Sahale brand to Second Nature as well. So this is not the first time that Smuckers has worked
Oh,
with Second
interesting.
Nature brands. Yeah, that was last year.
Interesting. So they have a little connection there. It's like when two GMs NFL used to work with each other and they just throw each other some trades at the last second when they need it. I dig it. I dig it, Smuckers. All right. All right. So number three, big news everywhere. We're probably not breaking this one to you. Spirit and Frontier are re-engaging in their M&A talk. This is the second go around here for Frontier and Spirit. The two discount airlines are trying to get back together. There's obviously a lot of noise with JetBlue getting in there last time around, and a lot of the government intervention here. So Spirit, that the last merger fell through, their Frontier, let's come back together. So Spirit's jumping back up and popping.
Yeah, 2.5 years later, we'll see what these things these things will take a long time. Probably will be, not, I would assume it's not going to be a quick discussion. Granted, they could just pull out their paper, shake it, update some numbers, update the valuation.
Yeah. That was just a fun one. It was just I saw it and I'm like, it seems relevant. Seems relevant for all of us to hear about. We'll see which plane color wins in the long run. Are they going to keep the Frontier look, or are they going to get rid of those ugly yellow planes? If you can't tell by the way we're talking, you see which my preference is. I like the way the Frontier planes look.
Well, guys, yeah, let us know if you prefer Frontier or Spirit,
Yeah,
and if
or
this,
neither.
yeah, or if you think this makes them one better, discount airline.
Yes.
But Bert, the big one, the fourth one here, big major moves here within the entertainment space, we'll say.
Yeah, this one. I thought I was just clicking on one piece of news, Lanny. They put five huge nuggets in this one release here for TKO, which I thought was interesting. So with all the move and shaking, we know WWE sold Endeavor, they formed TKO. There's a corporate restructuring here where now Endeavor is the official owner, the official majority owner in TKO. So they shifted it around. Endeavor owns up to 59% of TKO after the on paper deal is done. So it's official. Endeavor is the majority holder of TKO and WWE. Check. That was story number one. Then they announced that they're expanding their entertainment empire, Lanny. They're not just settling at WWE. They're not just settling at UFC. Professional Bull Riders was their next target. They accompanied the Professional Bull Rider Association, and On Location, the company that produces a lot of the events that go along with it. So they're expanding their empire. I dig it. I like that move.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously transactions involving TKO and majority holder Endeavor. They're transacting, intercompany here, or not intercompany because it's technically two separate companies,
Yeah.
but and then I think, there's also a share buyback
Hmm.
announced, right, Bert?
Yeah. So they announced a $2 billion share buyback, a $75 million quarterly dividend. So they are making some moves here. They're turning themselves into a dividend paying stock, which is absolutely hilarious. And there was one more acquisition, Lanny. There was one more acquisition that snuck in there in all of this too. IMG Partners. They're acquiring IMG, all equity transaction valued at 3.5 billion.
Yeah, and who are they buying them from?
That's it's Endeavor, right? So it's like And yeah, you're right. It's another major intercompany transaction. So what the heck is going on with them? You're right. That's I missed that in the headline, but TKO, it's an interesting structure. So a massive, you're right, intercompany transaction going through this. So the heck is going on? A lot of noise with TKO, but the dust settled. They acquired a bull riding company and they've reorganized the company and are now a dividend paying stock. Wow, that was a lot of news for TKO this week.
Now, the question is this do we know if this is going to be a consistent quarterly dividend coming or what?
I
I'm
didn't see
curious.
that. They just said $75 million quarterly dividend in the article. We'll find out. They approved it. We'll see how far it is. Is it annual? Is it monthly? Is it every 6 months? Is it after SummerSlam? Is it after WrestleMania? If it hits certain thresholds, who knows?
Hey, the
Yeah.
stock this year is up 43%, crushing the
Hey,
S&P 500 for
they know what
TKO.
they're doing. So everybody, those are the four major merger stories: Kraft-Heinz, Smuckers, Spirit Frontier, TKO Endeavor. Wow, that was a lot of news. Everybody, let us know if we missed a story. Are there other mergers that are going on in and around the market that may have impacted your dividend stock portfolio? Are there any other favorite stories on the merger front that we didn't cover that you just want to share with us in that comment section below? Throw it down there.
Like the video, guys. Subscribe. Enjoy your Monday morning coffee. Enjoy the week. Let's get to financial freedom, guys. And you're either with us or you're against us, Jack. That was Bert, the Hurt, and Lanny from the Dividend Diplomats. Over and out.